For nearly 7 years, the murder of Sharon Atieno has remained one of Kenya's most talked about criminal cases. A case that brought together politics, power, betrayal, and ultimately justice. Now the High Court has found Migori Governor Okoth Obado guilty of Sharon's murder. But surprisingly, the legal battle isn't over. In fact, it's only entering a new phase. On the night of September 3rd, 2018, Sharon Otieno disappeared. The following day, her body was found near Wade Bridge in Homa Bay County. She had been stabbed multiple times and she was 7 months pregnant. The case immediately attracted national attention because Sharon had been linked to the then Migori Governor Okoth Obado. Prosecutors alleged the two had been in an intimate relationship and that Obado was the father of the unborn child. Obado denied ordering the murder and the trial would last almost 7 years. Dozens of witnesses testified, thousands of pages of evidence were presented, and eventually the High Court delivered its verdict. One question many Kenyans have asked is this: was there any CCTV, any confession, any eyewitnesses who saw Obado kill Sharon? The answer is no. Instead, the prosecution relied heavily on circumstantial evidence. Now this is where many people get confused. Circumstantial evidence does not directly show someone committing a crime. Instead, it builds a chain of facts. Imagine seeing footprints leading into a house, hearing a scream, then seeing one person walk out carrying a bloody knife. Nobody actually saw the killing, but the circumstances point strongly to one conclusion. That is circumstantial evidence.
Clearly and very categorically that have nothing and absolutely nothing to do with the cruel death of Sharon.
It is therefore my finding that the prosecution has proved its case against the first, the second, and the third accused persons beyond any reasonable doubt.
According to the judgment, the court accepted that Obado had an intimate relationship with Sharon. It also accepted that Sharon was carrying his child. The judge emphasized something important. Getting an adult woman pregnant is not a crime, but the pregnancy became the turning point. Evidence presented during the trial showed that Sharon allegedly refused to terminate the pregnancy. According to the judgment, public disclosure of the affair could have embarrassed him politically and damaged his political image. The court therefore concluded that the pregnancy formed the basis of events that eventually resulted in Sharon's murder.
The totality of the evidence adduced in this case, it is my considered view that the first accused had a very strong motive to unlawfully end Sharon's life, to ensure that his illicit affair with her was not widely publicized.
Finding someone guilty is conviction, but conviction is different from sentencing. After the guilty verdict, the court gave all parties 21 days. Why? To allow mitigation. Mitigation gives the defense a chance to ask the court for a lighter sentence. The prosecution may also make submissions on an appropriate punishment. Only after hearing both sides will the judge decide the sentence. Under the Kenyan law, murder carries a maximum sentence of death. However, judges now consider several factors, including the seriousness of the offense, the offender's personal circumstances, whether they are the first offender, and any mitigating or aggravating factors. This means that the court could impose a lengthy prison term, life imprisonment, or in rare cases, the death sentence. The exact punishment will be known during the sentencing. Obado can still appeal. Being convicted does not end the legal process. Once sentenced, Obado has a constitutional right to appeal. He can challenge both the conviction itself and the sentence imposed. The appeal will ordinarily go to the Court of Appeal, and if there are other important legal issues, the matter could eventually reach the Supreme Court, subject to the law governing further appeals. This means that this case could remain in Kenya's courts for months or even years. The Sharon Otieno case has become more than just another murder trial. It has tested Kenya's justice system. It has demonstrated how circumstantial evidence can sustain a conviction when it forms a complete convincing chain. And it has reminded public officials that political offices does not place anyone above the law. But despite the guilty verdicts, the legal journey is not yet over. For Okoth Obado, The verdict may have answered one question, but the next legal battle is only just beginning. This is Bruce Uncovered, and my name is Bruce.